Welcome to Built Local. Today we're sitting down with Jamie from Jeep Babes, a community built around a love for Jeeps, connection, and giving back. We're excited to hear her story, how Jeep Babes got started, and what she's learned along the way. Let's get into it. Welcome, Jamie.
Thank you
Welcome,
for
Jamie.
having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on the show.
You're
it's,
welcome.
It's a
Excited
pleasure
to be
have
here.
you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, tell us a little bit about yourself and how Jeep Babes got started.
Oh, gosh. So I'm the president of Jeep Babes. We're a nonprofit out of Waterford here, but I'm not the founder of Jeep Babes. It was founded by a lady named Chrissy Sykes in 2017, and it actually started in Tennessee.
Wow.
So we also have a worldwide chapter. The Michigan chapter, the one that I oversee, was actually born in 2019. So this weekend is our 7th year anniversary.
Nice.
So we have,
Nice.
Thank you. We have a big party that we look forward to every year
Right.
with our members.
Fantastic.
What
Thanks.
prompted you to get involved with that?
Well, Jeeps.
Mm-hmm.
Love
Jeeps are cool.
Jeeps.
Jeeps
Yes,
are
it
cool.
was a childhood dream of mine. I think my older brother had a Jeep, and I'd always wanted a Jeep. And so kids got grown and moved out of the house, and that was my first toy I bought. And somebody knew somebody and said, hey, you got to join this Jeep Babes group. And I loved it. Within a year, I became a leader, and they did my wedding for me. So about 45 Jeep Babes took all my wedding guests on an hour-and-a-half fall color tour ride through the trails up in West Branch.
Yep.
They ended in a field, parked in a heart, and I got married in the heart.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Nice.
So
You mentioned, Jamie, that your chapter started in 2019. How's it grown exponentially over the years from 2019 to today? Like, how many members? What does that look like today?
that's a great question. It has grown so much. I think when I started, it was about 700 members.
Wow.
We're close to 4,800 members now.
Wow. That's a lot of
And
Jeeps.
yeah, a lot of Jeeps. And we used to do like a couple coffee meetups a year, and we did some trail riding. Last year, we had 226 events.
Wow, you're
Yes,
busy.
we are very busy. We have anywhere from 2 to probably 12 events a weekend. So
Wow.
the great thing about our group is, well, we're all women, all Jeeps, but we allow our members, we empower them to create their own events. So we have guidelines for sure, because we want to make sure everyone feels welcome.
Sure.
There's absolutely no drinking or anything like that at our events. But that way we can reach women all across the state of Michigan, and either a Jeep meetup at a coffee shop, or again trail rides. We really take advantage of our off-road parks like Holly Oaks. So yeah, we do. And then our biggest thing too is our fundraisers.
Right. So you get back to charity, and
Yes.
you could talk a little bit more about which charities you support?
I sure can. So our mission at Jeep Babes is to not only support each other, but to support our communities. And since 2022 is when we really started picking up our fundraising. And every year we do one for an animal shelter. We have National Go Topless Day, and we use that day to give back to our veterans. And then in September, October, usually we do our huge event for Haven, which I would love to dive into, because that's our next one coming
Yeah.
up. It's our largest event. Since 2022, we have raised $123,000
Wow.
for
Nice.
Haven.
Impressive.
Yes, and Haven, for those of you that don't know, it is a shelter resource center out of Oakland County for survivors of sexual abuse and domestic violence.
Yeah, they're in
But-
Pontiac, right?
Yes, they're out of Pontiac, but what we love about it in Jeep Babes is that no matter where you live, they will give you support. If you
nice.
can make it to Haven, then they'll support you, which is great for our members, because again, we're all over Michigan,
Sure.
not just Oakland County. A lot of the nonprofits are county-specific, and Haven is not.
Okay.
So I personally had to use Haven services 30 years ago.
Okay.
Most recently, my daughter used it just a few years ago, so they've been around for a very long time. They're very trusted.
Yeah, I've heard
and
great things about them.
Yeah, they're
I
absolutely
can attest to that,
amazing.
as we talked about. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the topless is the Jeeps, right?
The
Just
Go Topless event
Don't give me any
is,
ideas.
It means the Jeeps are topless.
the Jeeps are topless, yes.
Oh, okay.
The Jeeps are topless.
Stephanie.
Jeeps are topless for our veterans. We love giving back to our veterans. And I think with our community of Jeep Babes, the reason Haven really just touches our heart is almost every single member has been affected by domestic violence or sexual assault, either directly or indirectly. We either gone through it ourselves, or we know someone
Sure.
very close that
That's a big
has.
support group.
Yes, yes.
Well, it brings me to my next question, Jamie. What do you think makes the bond within the Jeep community so unique? And I think you probably answered a lot of it, but obviously it's more than just the Jeeps, right?
Yeah.
The Jeeps bring you together. I'm sure just like a good car show, Murray would know that. But
Yeah. Well, there's the duck thing. Do you want to talk about the duck?
oh yeah, the ducks, right?
Sure.
I always had that question. Sometimes I'll park next to a Jeep and I'll look and they have those ducks up there. I have been in a Jeep several times and I see you guys kind of pass by and wave to each other. So I know it's like a community, a big
Yes.
community. But other than that, what is that bond between you and the members?
So, I'll speak for Jeep Babes. I think what brings us so close is these, like even just these coffee meetups. It's building a sisterhood. It's the culture
It's a
that
community and
the
yeah.
leaders of Jeep Babes, give. And I've found so many friends in that group and support. I lost my daughter, and the Jeep Babes literally convoyed to her service.
Oh, wow.
And they held me up when I didn't think I could sit up.
Sure.
And so I've personally witnessed it, but I've also seen other women form their best friend, their soul sister. It's really hard as women, adult women, to find friends
Sure.
out there.
Yeah.
And this is a group that really brings them close together. But as far as the ducks go, so I'll solve the big
Yeah.
mystery for you.
Please.
It was during COVID that
Yeah.
there was a lady that had went into a dollar store. She'd bought some rubber ducks. I believe they were for her kids. Don't quote me on this, but the story's going to be close, right? So she comes out. She had the rubber duck, and she decided she's going to set it on somebody's car just to bring them a smile.
Okay.
Well, then this person ended up posting. He had gone through something, he was going through something,
Right.
and it did exactly that. It brought him this big smile. It got back to her, so they started this,
Yeah, the
putting
duck thing, wow.
Yeah, the rubber duck thing. So that's actually how it started, is as simple as that
Yeah.
is it's meant to bring a smile. And
great.
I've seen it to where parents will come out of hospitals, they have a child that's sick, and there's this duck sitting on their Jeep,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or even out of a grocery store. You just never know what
Just the
people
little,
are going
little
through.
things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so for
Oh,
all
good
those
to know.
duck haters,
Right.
come on,
I
how
know.
can you hate something like that?
I think they're just jealous.
Yeah,
They're just
it
jealous.
is.
Don't worry
It's
about
just-
them.
It's all about the smiles, right?
And living in Michigan with a Jeep, how many windshields a year do you replace? No, I'm kidding. That's a
Where's the wood?
That's a
I
side
need to knock
joke.
on- we're not talking about the windshields,
Being
no.
the guy I am, I get the calls all the time, as you can imagine. But
That's right.
no, that's
How
fantastic.
do you determine which charity to work with?
That's a great question. We've taken polls in our group and decided, together on which ones we want to support, especially for the animal one. Every year, we kind of do a voting on which one we want to support. So we'll research them. We'll make sure they're a legit 501c3.
Yep.
We want to make sure they're a no-kill shelter. So, but Haven, that's the one that we've never changed the benefactor for, is Haven.
Okay.
And it's just because everybody has loved it.
Yeah.
We also do a separate event, so we'll get into the show and shine, which is,
Yep. We're gonna
I'm
talk
really
about that.
excited
Yep.
to talk about that.
We're gonna.
But after that, we do a local one here in, excuse me, in Waterford, to where we do a community donation drive. So this year, we're going to be at High Octane on October 10th.
Yeah, on Telegraph there?
Yes,
Yeah.
with a big trailer and all of the donations that we raise coming up for the show and shine. We have an Amazon list, so people can purchase items and have them shipped to me. We
Nice.
fill the trailer. We invite the community to come to finish filling the trailer. Then we convoy. We've had up to 80 Jeeps convoy all the way to Haven. And when we get there, we unload, we stock all their shelves, we go in, we get a tour. It's amazing.
Fantastic. Well, let's elaborate a little bit on that.
Yeah.
You mentioned, Jamie, how the show and shine, the event since 2022 in just 3 short years, call it, well, tipping on 4 now, $121,000. That is so impressive.
Thank you.
And, let's talk about it a little bit. Tell me a little bit about how you've watched it just expand and grow over those past 3 years, and what does it look like today? And I wanted to show the audience. There's some flyers here that Jamie was nice enough to bring. When is this event exactly?
It's September 26th.
Okay.
It's going to be at the Birch Run Speedway. So the car show is actually on the track.
Oh,
So
wow.
anyone that's ever had that little dream of being on a racetrack, Now's your chance to
Right,
do
right,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw that
yeah,
car
yeah.
out in the parking lot.
And I'm seeing some pretty big sponsors on the back. Is this sponsorships here?
Those are not sponsors on the back, but we do have some sponsors, and we're
Okay.
always looking for more
This is
sponsors.
for rooms to get while you're
That's
there.
for rooms for
Got
people
it.
that are traveling out of town.
We have a
yeah.
QR code, guys, if you're traveling out of town. So the 22nd of September.
Nope, the 26th of
I'm
September.
6th, I'm sorry.
It's going to be 11 to 6. And one thing I just want to make sure is clear is for all vehicles, we have categories for the show and shine for Jeeps. Our friendly Broncos, we got to invite our Broncos,
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
motorcycles, sports cars, classics.
Right.
So all the things. There will be a lot going on. We have a band that's going to be playing all day.
great.
There'll be concession stands. The Birch Run Speedway concession stands will be open. We have over 40 vendors
Wow.
that will be there. We always have a fantastic children's area, so this
Guess
is
like a
definitely.
raffle, probably, or
Yes, we've
something?
got raffles. But the kids event, bring the kids, bring their Power Wheels. You can put the Power Wheels on the track.
that's
They're
cool.
going to have
Yeah.
big monster truck there for the kids to check out.
Fantastic.
But our raffles during the event, we have several baskets that we'll raffle off. In fact, we've got a Florida vacation that was donated
wow.
for, it's at a resort for a couple of days. I don't have the details, but if you go on our website or onto our event, you'll see the details. What's new this year is called our Fast Cash Raffle. And what that does is we need to sell 1,000 tickets. They're only $20 a piece, and you do not need to be present to win. You'll go to our Give Butter campaign and purchase your ticket. You'll get issued a ticket number. During the event, this is wild to me, but during the event, we'll be giving away $300 every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes at the event, we'll give away $300, and at the top of the hour, we're giving away $500.
Nice.
Wow.
So you have like over 30 chances to win
yeah,
when you
sure,
purchase these tickets, and then that still leaves $10,000 that goes to Haven if we sell those 1,000
Fantastic.
tickets.
So all of the proceeds are going to go to Haven for this
One-
event?
Yes, 100% of the proceeds.
That's a really good cause.
Goes
We
to
gotta come.
Haven.
Everybody got to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everyone's got to
Absolutely.
go because the Jeep Babes, they work so hard. They like, all year round. We have a whole committee. They just put boots on the ground. They get all of the items for the baskets. They get it donated, or we purchase them ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So there's very, very minor cost in
Sure.
putting this event on that you would think would cost thousands of dollars.
Right.
All expenses are already paid. So I literally, from this day forward, everything is going
Nice.
to Haven.
And from the start in 22 to now, obviously it's grown exponentially, I'm sure,
Yes.
with more and more vendors and prizes, and that's fantastic.
Yeah,
And
we
so-
started off at the Wisner Stadium in Pontiac.
Yeah.
on their track.
Okay.
Now we're at the Birchway
Now you're at the
Speedway
big-
track.
now you're at
Moving
the
on.
big
That's
boy
some
track.
growth for you
Right.
right there.
Absolutely.
Well, and then there's Waterford Hills, which we were
Yes.
talking about before I was on, and then we got M1 too, right? at-
You
Yes.
guys, they are looking for sponsors.
Coming years, we'll be at that M1. Watch out, M1, we're coming for you.
They are looking for sponsors still, right?
Yes, we absolutely
QR
need
code scan. Where
sponsors.
can they find these?
So a couple of places on our website, which is jbmichigan.org.
Okay.
Or if you go onto Facebook, we have Jeep Babes Michigan chapter public page, which I sent all the links, so maybe we can throw those
Yeah,
out
Sure,
there.
yeah.
And then under the events tab, you'll find our event, and it has all the great information on there. Follow our public page. Even the boys are allowed on the public page, which is we have our little all-women's group that is private, but we have a
right,
public
right.
page for all of those Jeep enthusiasts out there, anyone that wants to support our mission, so.
Well,
I was
Jimmy,
going to ask you, at the meetings, is it just women, like the no boyfriends, no husbands?
That's
no
a great
sons?
question. No, there is, and my lucky husband, we call him number one support. He's head of security, so.
Ah, there you go.
I drag him everywhere I go. So yes, ladies, if you want to join, you get to bring your spouse with you
Okay.
and family. 99.9% of our events are family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
There's that little percent that's not. So for an example, we just did our empowerment retreat for our
Okay.
members. So it was a whole weekend of nothing but empowerment and seminars and sisterhood and all kinds of stuff. So that one was for the ladies only,
Sure.
but that's very rare.
Well, you also mentioned in your full time, other than Jeep Babes, that you're a life coach.
Yes,
Which is
yes.
fantastic. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So I am a certified empowerment coach. I just got certified through MSU to be trauma informed certified as well.
Yes.
I run my own coaching business called Real Life Coaching. I again, out of Waterford, Michigan. Along with that, I do a trauma survivor ambassador program, so I work with a lot of trauma survivors.
Sure.
My message, I love to get out about trauma, is that there's life after trauma. I myself have had an enormous amount of trauma, including losing my 20-year-old daughter.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the order of operations wrong.
Yeah, it just,
Kid's
there's
not supposed
nothing
to die
right
before
about
parent,
that.
right.
It was
Right.
brutal, it was heavy, but I keep going because I know there's life after trauma.
Sure.
And so I do several things. I have a podcast myself that I have survivors come on, and trauma, when I talk about trauma, what people don't realize is trauma can be going through a divorce. It can be getting diagnosed with cancer.
Sure.
Job loss.
It can
yeah.
be a job loss, and it can just a huge transition, right? And it's like, who am I? Where do I go
Yeah,
from here?
yeah.
So I have many different things that I do through real life coaching that cater to that, including a free support group.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
What about selling your Jeep? Would that count as trauma?
that would be. I don't know, because it would never happen. I just never know.
Never going to sell a Jeep, just like you're never going to sell your Fairlane, right?
Probably
It's just not even an option.
Well, I see that you got a Jeep Babe, like a baseball kind of
I
shirt.
do.
Is there merch? You guys
There
got
is
some merch?
all kinds of merch. Yes, we have merch. We have a whole different apparel line. We've got all the decals. So, in fact, we do a little game called Babe in the Wild.
Okay.
So our lips decal is our number one decal, and we put it on the back of our Jeeps. And then we'll picture of, I'll see a Jeep going, we're always looking for the lips decal. We'll snap a quick picture and put it in our group. Say, I saw a Babe in the Wild today.
Right,
and
right.
it's like
Oh,
you
that's
see them
perfect. That's
everywhere.
fun.
So now you two, I'm sorry, but
We'll
from
be
now
driving by,
on,
we'll
you're
be
going to
like,
be
"Hey, we know
looking.
these girls."
You're going to be
Yeah.
looking for the lips and going, I know those Jeep Babes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll start seeing them everywhere.
Did you ever get to the Jeep Jamboree, the big one that they put on?
I personally have not been there, but the girls have,
'Cause
for
that's
sure.
huge.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
do several
monster show.
Jeep Invasion.
Yeah.
Heck, they just went to Tennessee for the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion.
Right.
We do all kinds of things.
Let's
Yeah.
go back to the fundraising a little bit.
Yeah.
What's one story, a moment from your fundraising efforts that has personally stayed with you? Like, if there's one touching, and maybe it's not even just the fundraising. Maybe it's just you being the life coach and being there for someone. Whatever that story is. What is one of those stories that
Aha
really-
moments.
Moments. Yeah.
Well, being a trauma survivor myself, I think the most healing thing that we can do is give back, and is to turn our pain into purpose. And that's why I love to fundraise for places like Haven, is giving those resources to those survivors that need it. And the other big thing for me is Haven's really good about when we go there with the supplies and they give us a tour, we get to learn about how much it is for a PPO. They do forensic exams right there at Haven, so a woman does not have to go to the hospital. This is much more intimate, private setting, not
sure.
doctors and nurses in and out. They have all of these services, and we learn about them. They take the time to really educate us on where this money is going,
Yeah.
and who is it helping, and what is it doing. And every single time, all the members you just see the tears, you see the emotions, because
wonderful.
we know that
It's purpose.
we've been, affected by
Yeah.
domestic violence or sexual assault, either directly or indirectly at some
And
point.
then when you're
So-
doing something, I think Scott Galloway says action absorbs anxiety.
Yeah, I love
Right?
that.
So-
Action
Don't
absorbs
steal it.
Isn't that good?
anxiety.
Yeah. Well, I give him credit. I mean,
kidding.
He gave him
no,
credit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, and I love that. And turning pain into purpose really helps the healing.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
can do something with that
Sure.
trauma,
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
Well, and if you think about it, you have the experience. You're a walking example. There is life after trauma, right?
Yes.
And what a great story, and what a great thing you guys are doing. I think it's great, and I think we'll throw a sponsorship in there if we can for
Yeah,
you.
we can put the link
would
on the
love that.
website and on the podcast.
Yeah,
too,
we can put a link on there. What would you say a woman who sees Jeep Babes online, but might be nervous about coming to the group? How would you bring them into?
Well, first of all, girl, you're not alone, because most of us do walk in there extremely
Sure.
nervous
Well, it
and
can
not
be
knowing
intimidating
anything.
to go in there, right?
Absolutely can
Yeah.
be intimidating, but we've thought about that. So we actually have a Babes to Buddy program.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone that wants to go to their first event, they just are like, hey, this is my first event. we have someone in leadership or our care team will reach out to them and say, okay, well, we'll meet up with you
Yeah.
at the event. We're going to introduce you to everybody. They get free swag. So they already know somebody that's going,
Yeah, sure.
right?
Yeah.
And so that way they don't, and then the big joke around Jeep Babes too is, if I'm at that event, you're getting a hug whether you like it or not. I have turned so many non-huggers into
huggers,
huggers.
huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm always coming at you like, give me a big
That's
hug. I
fantastic.
do ask, like, do you mind hugs? But before they can even
Sure.
truly answer, I'm like, so it is so welcoming.
Yeah.
It truly is.
And even at the show, if you had a welcome first timers go here, because I know I've gone to car shows, it's like, oh my God, where do you go in? You don't want to go in the wrong spot.
Intimidating thing.
Yeah, it's intimidating, but we try to like not isolate them.
Yeah.
They just become part of the family instantly, and
Do you have a regular meeting somewhere?
Well, not meetings, but we have meetups, like I said, every single weekend.
Okay.
I would really advise for them to start off with like a coffee meetup.
Yeah.
To where there might be 12 to 20 Jeep Babes there,
Mm-hmm.
instead of like at the show and shine. Well, of course, you've come to the show and shine, but a larger event like that, you might walk in that where it's open to the public more,
Right.
and you won't even know who's a Jeep Babe
Right.
or who's not.
Yeah.
So for the first time, I would recommend a smaller.
But do
a
you have a
smaller
fixed
event.
spot where you go, like Octane or Kmart parking lot or something like that?
We have them all over the place.
Okay, so it's
All over. We
changing
used
all
to
the
do mugs, and mugs closed down. So we are starting up our one that I run. We'll do a coffee meetup at High Octane, which they're they're car enthusiast,
Yep, yep.
vibe to them. And then we'll do an hour back road ride off, like we end up in Clarkston going to the Frosty Freeze on Dixie Highway,
cool.
doing all the
Nice,
dirt roads.
nice.
Yeah, so
that's
that's
neat.
always a great one.
Yeah.
And what about the Bronco people? Can they come?
They can come to the show and shine for sure. We would love to have them at the show and shine.
The Jeep Babes are very territorial.
I see that. Once you go
I mean,
Jeep,
they've got their Bronco groups,
Sure.
right?
once you go Jeep, you never go back.
That's right.
Where do you, Jamie, this is great, everything you're doing. I think it's fantastic and very rewarding. Being a life coach, you add so much to this program, I'm sure. Where do you see Jeep Babes in 5 years? In a perfect world, if you could get it to scale and raise all the money in the world, like where would you like to see Jeep Babes in 5 years?
Such a great question. I mean, I just can't even imagine the growth that we had in the past 5 years, where that would take us in
Sure.
the next 5 years. But
We could
I
do
know.
Jeep Dudes, maybe.
Right?
What's that?
Jeep Dudes. We
Jeep
could
Dudes. Well, you're more than welcome to always start
Well,
off with
hanging out
Jeep
at the High
Dudes
Octane,
group.
there are mostly guys over there, right? So,
For sure, but our possibilities, I think, are endless.
Yeah.
With our members and the leaders that we have, there is just, we don't take no very lightly, and
good.
we do what we want. We find a way. We just say yes, and we figure it out somehow. So,
nice.
yeah, like I never dreamed of it being a nonprofit, but here we are.
Yeah.
Since 2022, with all of the fundraising, we've raised over $200,000.
Wow.
nice.
So we had to go nonprofit. Like I wasn't going to cycle that money through my account,
Yeah,
right?
right,
It was
right,
just
exactly.
the Jeep Babes are so generous.
Clearly.
They are so generous and kind, and it's just amazing to see us work together
It's just
on
like
a
a big
common goal.
sisterhood. It's
It is.
fantastic.
It is. I love it. I love walking into places with that big pretend check with their
Yeah,
name giant
yeah.
and go like, we did this. But we also do it with the assistance of our community,
Yeah,
right? So
for
we
sure.
reached out to businesses, and
And they're supporting you
They
and-
are so supportive and
Yeah,
kind, and
yeah.
and again, one of the reasons why that we are full profit goes to Haven is because of the local business owners that are willing to donate toward our raffles or to sponsor.
Sure.
So it's a great team.
That's a big thing. And,
Jeep
in
Babes.
turn, you're there for the community, right? You're there for,
Yeah.
when people need you. And, I'm sure that's, one of the reasons we can get the information out on the podcast is, it's what a great resource you have there, right? And to add to that, guys, I want to remind everyone, the Saturday, the 26th, Birch Run Speedway. Get out there. Where do we find these again? Around here?
They're all over. If
Are
you
they?
were over at over the weekend on Woodward, we handed out over 2,000 flyers.
Wow. Well,
so
Woodward was a great time to do it, right?
yes, and right now we have a Battle of the Briggs happening, which means that we're having a little friendly competition. So far, we've got, I think, 26 Jeeps couple of motorcycles, a couple classics. So we need you guys to step up here and get registered. It's only $25. But with that registration, you get to park on the track. You get to be a part of the show and shine. I tell people, even if you are stock and you don't think your car is anything to brag about, get it registered. All that means is that you are supporting survivors,
right.
and you get the most awesome parking spot available at Birch Run. Right?
You have
And
the merch online as well?
yes, we do.
Okay, is that your website or Facebook or your website?
You can
Yeah.
find that on our website at jbmichigan.org. Yes.
Are you the guys that are always in the Memorial Day Parade in Waterford?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys,
Yes. We do Milford.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of parades, so we
You're
love our
busy.
parades. We are very, very
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
I love it. I think what you're doing for the community is fantastic.
Thank
You
you.
know what Jeep stands for?
Just empty every pocket.
Ah,
Is that
Pretty good.
no, it's not for sure, but the the folklore is it was a general purpose vehicle, so it was abbreviated to GP, and then it was just GP, and GP turned into Jeep.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can relate better to the just empty every pocket. That's why
well,
that came
that's-
off so
yeah,
quickly.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
another fascinating thing about Jeep Babes and kind of sets us apart from other Jeep groups is that we are recognized by Stellantis, and that's why
Nice.
we can carry the trademark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good for you.
And that's a big community too, and it's growing
huge.
like crazy.
It is.
Yes.
It
really
is.
Yeah. That's
Well, we're
wonderful.
loving everything you do, and we'll support you any way we can, and maybe we'll do a follow-up show. And who even knows? Murray and I, we do remote things with the drones and stuff. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
bring all that out there and do
Yeah.
something cool.
That'd be kinda
I
cool.
would love that.
You
Yeah,
know?
you're
I don't
welcome
know where the
anytime.
Speedway is in Birch Run. There's the
Birch
main
Run Speedway is
drag
right
road.
on Dixie Highway, right on
Oh,
the main drag, yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And we'll also have that local one on October 10th at High Octane.
High octane.
So we are looking to push that out to the community. It's just gonna be if you come by, drop off, a pack of diapers, some toilet paper,
Sure.
paper towel.
Yeah.
There is an event set up for that. You can find it on High Octane's events on their
Okay.
webs, or on their Facebook or ours.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, guys, get out here and join us. Come out here and support Jamie and the community at Jeep Babes. And we really appreciate everything that you came here to add. So awesome, the stuff that you guys do. And I want to see it firsthand. Murray, we get out there maybe?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
do it.
I
All
love
right, I'll
the,
be looking for you guys. And I truly appreciate you guys having.
I love the on the tire care, the protector on the tire, the rear tire, and it's upside down.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it says it's a Jeep thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yes.
Right? But
Or
anyway,
it says I'm okay, and then if it's the other way, it's I'm not okay.
right.
That's funny.
But thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
Really
that was a
appreciate it.
pleasure. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Thank you so much.
Our pleasure, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us.
see you
I'm
next-
Built Local. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.